You're listening to the Book Your Dream Clients podcast, episode 74.
You're listening to the Book Your Dream Clients podcast, where we believe business can be simple and you can use your intuition to run towards your goal. Self-made business and success coach Lindsay Maloney helps you start and scale your dream coaching business. With her step-by-step intuitive and creative guidance, you'll leave ready to put her tips into action, push your business forward, and work with your dream clients. Lindsay is here to help you get unstuck and structure your brilliance into a coaching business that's sustainable and financially exhilarating. Here's your host, Lindsay Maloney.
On today's episode, I'm talking all about what you need to include on your coaching sales page. If you're a coach and you want to work with your dream clients, you need to have a highly converting sales page. And I'm going to give you all the details in just a minute. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to this episode. I hope you have a notebook and a pen to write with because I'm going to be giving you lots of things, and you know I talk super fast, so it's a great thing that you can go back and listen to this because this is what you need to fill up your calendar with discovery calls, with strategy sessions, and then eventually client sessions. You need to have a highly converting sales page, okay? And I've reviewed hundreds of sales pages. I actually review them for free in our Book Your Dream Clients Facebook group. So once you have your sales page complete, please go to dreamclientcommunity.com, request access, and we'll let you in. You can submit your work and I will review it for free inside the group. Don't miss that opportunity. It's pretty cool. Anyways, so let's talk about why you need a sales page. Well, let's say somebody is searching for your services and they've either found you on social media, Google, an email, a referral. They're going to go to your website. That's where everyone ends up on. Our social media platforms are kind of like the front cover magazine, right? They're showing all the things that we're doing currently, our headline stuff. And then when they really want to get to know us and what we do, they're going to our website. They're Googling us. They're finding where we begin. They're finding where all of our services hang out, all of our programs, all the things, right? So we need to be ready for that client. If you've never booked a client or if you're having trouble booking clients, it's probably because your sales page needs some work. So I have lots of things for you to pay attention to and write down because these are going to be good. The first one is, and this is really important, your sales page needs to tap into the feelings and transformations that your dream client would nod their head yes to. I'm nodding my head yes. They would hand out their credit card. They would walk to their kitchen and grab their wallet and enroll with you right away because the feelings and transformations that you have put on your sales page are so powerful. They feel instantly connected with you. They feel that you can read their minds. They feel like you are in their head, and they feel like you can help them. When people feel like you can help them, it's because you decided to be vulnerable. You decided to share with your dream clients the struggles that you can recall, right? The struggles that you can recall are what they're going through right now. And when you share those things, they know that there is another side to this. So for example, my dream client is struggling to build her business. She is all over the place. She's doing all the things. She's working on her business for free. She is listening to all the podcast episodes and downloading everything. She's attending webinars like it's her full-time job, and she's not booking any clients. She has had 0 people sign up for her program, and she's not sure what the heck she's doing wrong. She is like throwing her hands up in the air, and she knows she should be a coach, but she doesn't know how to simplify her life, okay? That's my dream client. I've been there. So I really show that on my sales page that I can relate to her. I've been there, and I'm going to use the bridge analogy. I use this all the time. Imagine there's this big long bridge going across this raging river, and you are on the other side. You already walked across. You remember the journey. You can look back and say, yeah, all of those swinging moments, the missing planks, the scary times, those were all there for a reason because it made me get across stronger. And you're across, you're safe, you're on dry land. And then all of a sudden you look back across the bridge and you see your dream client's back there and she's waving for help and she's screaming and she's yelling your name and she's wondering, how did you get across? This looks terrifying. I know that I want to be there. I know that I have to be there. But how did you get across? Can you please help me? And your job as a coach, because you're a good coach, you're not only going to share the way you made it across, you're going to walk back over and you're going to grab her hand and you're going to take her across yourself. Clients work with coaches because they want one-on-one attention. They want one-on-one attention. They want a lot of attention. They want hand-holding. They want to feel really connected with you. Clients and students are different. Students are okay with being in a group program with a bunch of students and having the course creator, the teacher, available when the teacher pops into her Facebook group and on the group calls. But clients want that one-on-one interaction because they know that that's how they learn best. So really digging into the feelings, the transformations that they want, making it across the bridge, that's the main transformation. What else do they want? What do they want in their lives? If you could wave a magic wand, what are the things that they would wish for? That has to be seen on the sales page, okay? You have to tap into the feelings that you had when you were going through what they're going through right now. Pretend you're going in your Google history from 3 to 5 years ago. What were you searching for? What answers were you digging for? What were you thinking about when you went to bed at night? What were you thinking about when you woke up in the morning? What did you need to make you feel like you were moving closer to your goal? Use those for your sales pages, okay? The next thing is packaging options. So I've tried one packaging option, I've tried 2, and I've tried 3. I'm going with the 3. After years of testing and trial and error, the 3 package rule seems to work really well with clients. So for example, if you go to my website and you click on Work with Lindsay, you're going to see that I have 3 different packaging options. I have a basic, a mini, and a VIP. The difference between all of these is the duration of the time they get to work with me. So my VIP, they get to work with me for 6 months. My mini is 4 months, and so is my basic. And the basic has a little bit less calls than the mini, and so forth. So there's 3 different pricing options. And your most popular is probably going to be the middle one. So you can just go to mine to look at my examples. But giving people options is going to help them make a decision. It's not going to be a yes or no decision if you give them options. So if you just have one option for them to work one-on-one with you, the decision is going to be between yes or no. But if you give them packaging options, their brain is going to go right to, well, which package should I choose? Now, the next one, this has to do with packaging as well. There's a lot of opinions about this, but I stand very strong with showing your prices on your website. And the reason why, I even have a whole podcast episode about this, but I'll just talk about it for a minute. The reason why I share my prices on my website is because I have an application process for people to work with me. I am not sitting behind my desk all day waiting for people to book calls with me and fill up my calendar. I want to screen who's going to take up 20 minutes of my day. So I'm going to leave the guessing game of pricing obsolete. It's not going to happen. They're going to know how much I charge when they get on a call with me. They're going to know how much I charge before they apply to work with me. And maybe that will lessen your discovery call applications, but does it really matter? It doesn't matter to me. Because I want to get on the phone with qualified clients who are ready to invest in their business. And I know you do too. And I know it's a scary thing to do. And I notice a lot of students get really nervous when I really stress that I don't want you to give your calendar to everybody. The reason why we do that is because we want to only talk with people who are willing to invest. We don't want to talk to the tire kickers who have absolutely no plans on ever investing in our business and in the knowledge that we've paid for, that we've learned, that we spent years acquiring. We don't want to get on the phone with people like that. It sounds rude, but it's so true. I mean, if I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on my business, I'm not going to give away all the best things that I know on a call with somebody who doesn't care to work with me on a paid basis. I don't think that's fair. And I think that's the kind of business you're going to create for yourself. So that's just being blunt. And I think I've gone through lots of things and I have every right to say that. I've gone on calls with people who asked me all kinds of things about my business and I just didn't know better at the time, and they just kind of took everything I told them and went with it, and I never worked with them. And then once I decided to really value my time, the amount of money I've invested in my business and the knowledge that I know, that's when I decided I'm putting my pricing up here. I'm putting an application in process, and that's how it's going to be. And that's how I teach all my students and clients as well. Now, we also want to have prices on our sales page because we also want our potential clients to be able to put themselves in a place of working with you. So if we're going to talk about manifesting and we're going to talk about law of attraction, we need to know how much things cost. We need to know how much, we need to have details, right? So if you have somebody who's constantly hanging out on your sales page and they're like, oh, it costs $5,000 to work with her, I can manifest $5,000. I can see myself paying $5,000 to work with somebody who can really get me results. I am going to make this happen. But when you don't have the pricing on your website, that person can't do anything with it. She doesn't know if you charge $2,000 or $10,000. She doesn't know if you charged a different price yesterday. And I feel like it's kind of shady when people don't put their pricing on their website, because what if you charge somebody $10,000 this morning and then you're charging me $5,000, or vice versa? I think the idea of it being a more high-end version of acquiring clients, I think that's just, I don't know, it just seems wrong to me. And I just don't want to do anything that doesn't feel aligned. So if not including your pricing feels great for you and aligned, then go ahead and do it. But I know that when I walk into a store and I don't see a price on something, I don't buy it. All right, the next thing is testimonials. Testimonials are great to have on your sales pages. And if you don't have testimonials, go do some free sessions for people. Join Stand Out Coaching Academy, swap sessions so you can get a testimonial with one of the girls. Do whatever it takes to sprinkle them out throughout your sales page. They're going to be like little salt and pepper shakers all over your sales page, so people see that you actually work with other people, or that you've touched someone else's life and you've made a change with somebody. Those are very powerful. People are always looking for the testimonials. And yet, sometimes when we start, we don't have anything. But that's why I give that opportunity inside Stand Out Coaching Academy for you guys to get those, because I know how important and vital they are for conversions. Now, the next one is kind of tied into the feelings and transformations. It's called How You Can Relate. How can you relate to the person who's reading the page now? I like to give out a lot of different bullet statements on how I can relate to them. This is very powerful and leads me on to the next one, where people are saying yes. Those are the positive yes statements that are sprinkled throughout the sales page. Things that, again, people are nodding to, and if they could put the praise hands on there, they're all about your statements, because you're reaffirming that you know how they feel, that you know what they're going through. You have to put them all on there. Sometimes something will come to me, or I'll hear something from a student or a client, and I'll write it down, and then I'll put it on my sales page because it's their words and it was so good. I know it will relate to the person who's reading it next time. So the next one is what's included in your packages. While you will probably have a very custom package for your clients, I think it's important just to list out the things that you will cover with them. So I like to list that out for them, like social media, content planning, money mindset, launching. We'll cover all of these things, rest assured, but we are going to meet you where you are. So the next thing I like to have on my sales page is, for one-on-one coaching, I like to really stress that it's a custom experience. I really want my future clients to know that they're not just going to get some cookie cutter program. They're going to get a custom experience based on where they are. You have to meet your clients where they are. Students are different. You can't monitor 60 students and meet them where they are. That's why they send it for a program, because they're going to kind of do it themselves and check in and ask questions at their own pace. But clients, you have to meet them where they are, and you have to let them know that that's okay. It doesn't matter if they're established or not. You will customize their experience, and making that very prominent on your one-on-one sales page is important so they know that they're going to be taken care of. Another thing I like to include on my sales page is FAQs, because it saves emails, it saves DMs, because they're all there. So if you can think of some frequently asked questions that clients have asked you or students, you can put them in there. And if no one has ever asked you any question, just make some up and put them in there, because we all know that when we're looking for something on a sales page, whether it's a program or a coach, we like to scroll down to the FAQs and get the details, just black and white details, right? So include those on your sales page towards the bottom. One thing that I do, which is very different from a lot of people that I know, is I include my current mentors and programs, coaches, any credentials that I have invested in on my sales page. I don't put how much their courses were, because that wouldn't be fair to the course creator or the coach, but I do include every single person who I have worked with, because I want you guys to know that I have invested greatly in myself. You can tell by the names that I'm dropping on my page if you go and look, but it's very important for me to show you guys that I've learned from the best, and I will teach you. So I will teach you the best. I also like to include a note from me to you towards the bottom again, around where the FAQ section is, kind of letting them know that I'm glad they stopped by. Here's what I'm all about. Just a really quick note with a call to action for them to apply to work with me. I think showing your face is not only really important throughout your one-on-one page, but in this section, you definitely want to show your face if you're not at all throughout. At least put it here so people can put a name to the face. And pictures of you is important. I get it. We're not all into a photography session, right? I don't like getting my picture taken as much as you do. And I'm just blessed that my brother is a photographer and he took a couple good ones of me and I can put them on my website. And I don't want that to stop you from putting pictures of you. I don't care if you're in your kitchen. I don't care if you're outside. Put some pictures of you on your website so people know that you are a real person, so they can really see you and build that connection. We have to activate those senses when people are on our website. We can't give them a lot of them. They can't smell anything when they're on our website. They can feel things internally, but if they can see us, that creates another spark. So that's really important. Put some pictures of yourself, at least 2, on your sales page. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like totally branded. Just make sure it's good quality and it's not some old photo from your old digital camera. Another thing that I recommend is to eliminate as many distractions as possible. If you have pop-ups on your website, remove them from your sales pages. I would remove any sidebar things that come sliding in. I would remove the nav bar, the menu, everything, the footer, get it all off. So the only focus they have is your one-on-one sales page. We really want to take the direction to you and not have them distracted. So the 2 biggest things that you have to take off your sales page are ads from other companies and pop-ups. Get those off of there. They look messy and it distracts people from the true meaning of them being on your website, is to work with you. They don't need to see an ad from Costco. They need to work with you. So don't give them opportunities to leave your page. All right, I have 2 more. One is, what happens next? This is important. People want to know, well, if I apply, what will happen? Will I get an email? Somebody going to call me? Is this going to be weird? What happens? Explain to them every little step. That's why you have to have a client workflow. So what's going to happen? They're going to apply. You're going to screen their answer. You're going to let them know if they're in for a session or not. then what's going to happen? You're going to give them a calendar link. I don't know what your process is, and you should. And if you don't, create one and then put it on your what happens next section. You can look at mine for examples. It's not a crazy process, but it's something people can look at and notice. Okay, so I probably just have to wait one day. That's what she says. They're not going to expect an answer from you right away because you told them it'll take 24, 48 hours for an answer. Oh, and then I can book my session. So then they're going to feel like they're being taken care of in a professional way. And it just takes a minute to list out the steps, and you should know them anyway. And the last thing for you to include on your coaching sales page is lots of calls to action buttons. So you're going to have a lot of call to action buttons that are directing them to apply to work with you. You're going to have several of them. Imagine you scrolling through your page, and I think a great goal would be to have, at least 3, not 3. You need to have more than 3. On mine. I'm scrolling through now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe do at least 5 through your one-on-one page. You can do different statements on the buttons. You can do different colors, whatever it is, so it matches your branding, but have calls to action on there so people can say yes as they're reading. So for example, if you have a testimonial that they're going to say yes to, give them a chance to say yes by putting a call to action button right below it, right? So if you have a statement where you're saying, create your dream coaching business, if they're going to say yes to that statement, put a button there. Let them have the opportunities to say yes. Have a button that says, apply for private coaching here. Oh my gosh, I need you in my life. All these different statements that can connect with that person and get them to, it's like you're speaking their language with a button. Have them everywhere, okay? You want to make sure that one is for surely on the way bottom and one is for surely on the way top and then sprinkled throughout. Okay, so you can see an example of all the tips that I just gave you at lindsaymaloney.com. Click on Work with Lindsay. And then if you want to work with me one-on-one, all you have to do is click on the button on that page and we can get started. Okay, let's review all the things we just went over. Number 1, feelings and transformations. Number 2, packaging options. 3, include your pricing. 4, get some testimonials. 5, let them know you can relate to them. 6, positive yes statements sprinkled throughout. 7, what's included in your packages. 8, let them know this is also a custom experience. 9, FAQs. 10, your past and current mentors and programs. 11, a note from you to the reader. 12, pictures of you. 13, no distractions. 14, what happens next section. And 15, lots of call to action buttons. There you have it, everything you need to include on your coaching sales page. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Put your sales page through the Book Your Dream Client community Facebook page so we can audit it for you. And you will have a high converting sales page if you implement everything that I'm teaching you. And again, if you're a coach and you're ready to create and scale your coaching business and you feel connected with what I teach, feel free to apply to work with me. Again, just go to lindsaymaloney.com, click on Work with Lindsay to get started. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I love giving you guys tips like this. And if you have any suggestions for anything else you would like to hear, please let me know by sending me a DM on Instagram or Facebook. I'd be happy to put it in our episode schedule. I'll see you on the next one. Want 10 ways for you to start booking your dream clients? I created this workbook for you because I wanted to share my best tips on how I book mine. You're not going to believe how easy these are, and I know you'll be able to take my tips and put them into action ASAP so you can start working with your dream clients. To grab the workbook for free, all you have to do is go to lindsaymaloney.com/podcast. Hey coaches, are you a member of the Book Your Dream Clients community yet? Because you should be. Just go to dreamclientcommunity.com to request free access. We do fun things like website audits, challenges, and we even have a book club. Join the free Dream Client community now, and we'll see you there. Thank you so much for listening to the Book Your Dream Clients podcast. If you want to find out more information how you can work with me, just head on over to my website, lindsaymaloney.com. You will be able to see how you can work with me privately or in a group setting. I'm all about helping you start and scale your coaching business, so I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the show on iTunes and leave a rating and review. And if you want bonus points, take a screenshot of a review and tag me on your Instagram story. I'd love to see it and share it with my audience. And plus, you don't want to miss another episode.